Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for December the 8th, 2021. So yeah, man, this show, really good show. Enjoyed the main event with Bryan Danielson, John Silver. One of the best matches on the show, along with that women's match. And yeah, man, and MJF and CM Punk. Absolutely the best thing on the show. Punk and MJF, with the roles being reversed. Punk was playing a heel tonight on tonight's show. Well, MJF, it was in his hometown, so he was playing the babyface for a little bit. And Punk was playing heel. So I really like that. Like the fact that the roles were reversed. Really cool stuff, man. Really cool stuff. And yeah, man, and they getting ready for that match. We all know when it is, but they're going to have a match really soon. But yeah, man, one of my favorite moments of the show, man. The Punk and MJF stuff was my favorite thing on the show. And yeah, the Bryan Danielson, John Silver was one of the best matches on the show, along with that women's match. And Winter is Coming, so they setting up for Winter is Coming. So Winter is Coming is next week. So this is kind of like the go home show before the next event for the AEW Dynamite theme show. Winter is Coming, so I can't wait for that. And yeah, man, so we have a lot for that show. We have a lot for Winter is Coming next week. So yeah, man, that was pretty much it with AEW Dynamite, man. And so yeah, man, so this is the AEW Dynamite review for December the 8th, 2021 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, on tonight's show, we were live in Long Island, New York. And so yeah, man, so MJF came out. Well, his theme music had played. MJF theme music had played. And so everybody thought that he was coming out. But CM Punk had came out. CM Punk had came out to MJF's theme music. And so the crowd had booed. And yeah, man. So yeah, so MJF, his theme music had played, and they cheered this time. So they cheered because, all the time MJF, his theme music play, the crowd boo. They boo. But since they were in MJF's hometown, the crowd had cheered. And so when Punk had came out, that's when the crowd had booed. And so yeah, so that really shocked me, dude. Really shocked me that Punk had came out. Didn't expect him to come out to MJF's theme song. And so yeah, man, so they came out. CM Punk came out. He spoke.
That's all you got, man. Chicago is so much louder.
Oh.
Pulling no punches. I love it. Seriously, that's all you got? Somebody call Barry Trotz. I figured out why the Islanders have yet to win a game in this building.
Wow. Oh, man.
That's not right. That's a low blow, right? I'm an Islander fan. That's a low blow.
Yeah, that was it with that first part, man. And then CM Punk, he had took off his jacket. And he had the Four Pillars t-shirt. He had the Four Pillars t-shirt with Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and MJF on the t-shirt. But MJF was scratched off of the t-shirt, so he replaced MJF with Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker. And so Punk had mentioned that last week, the last time that they had spoke. And so yeah, so he took off the t-shirt. Oh, he took off his jacket and you saw the t-shirt.
So I'll lay out the challenge. I want MJF and I want him one-on-one, and I don't want him to run anymore. I don't want him to run like you do in Long Island. I want him to stand and fight like they do in Chicago.
Getting out of hand here, Punk, in my opinion. I got to be honest. That's why I never liked him.
And I don't really have an out for this, but neither does he, because the gauntlet has been thrown down. MJF versus CM Punk. I'll do it right here tonight. I don't think he'll agree to it. I don't think there's a man in this building that would agree to it. To me, if that's your guy and that's who you back, you're all chicken shit.
And so yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with that promo, that heel promo from CM Punk. So yeah, loved it, man. This is a Punk that we haven't seen in a while, man. A heel CM Punk going heel mode in Long Island, and of course it's a one night only thing because it was MJF's hometown, and so he, talked about Long Island, talked about the Long Islanders and all that stuff. So yeah, man, really, really nice stuff, man. Really great stuff. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had MJF. We had a vignette of MJF. He came out in a Ferrari. It looked like he was driving a Ferrari to his old football stadium they used to play football for. And so yeah, so it was a Plainview. So he was wearing this Plainview varsity jacket. And so yeah, man, so that's when we got into the Battle Royal. So we had the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. And so yeah, so MJF, he was in his tournament, not this tournament, he was in the Battle Royale. And so yeah, so Lee Moriarty, he got eliminated by Wardlow. Matt Sydal got eliminated by Powerhouse Hobbs, the Team Taz. Jay Lethal got eliminated by Matt Hardy. Right after Matt Hardy used the brass knuckles on Jay Lethal. And so Matt Hardy got eliminated by Dante Martin. And so Hobbs and Wardlow, they stood face to face, so that was some nice stuff. And then Hobbs, he got eliminated by Leo Rush. And then MJF, he eliminated Lee Johnson, Leo Rush, and Wardlow at the same time. So this is the first time MJF got involved in a match. And so yeah, man. And so yeah, so MJF, he eliminated Frankie Kazarian, Dante Martin. So yeah, so left in the final three, we had Dante Martin and Ricky Starks and MJF. So they were the final three left. And so yeah, so the rules of this Battle Royale is if the last two in the match would be the winners of the Battle Royale and will go on next week to face MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And so yeah, so Dante Martin, he eliminated Ricky Starks, so he turned on his Team Taz mate. And so yeah, so therefore MJF and Dante Martin wins the Battle Royale and will go on to next week's show and fight one-on-one for the Dynamite Diamond Ring next week. And so yeah, so right after the match, man, we had MJF, he put his hand out to shake Dante Martin's hand. And so Dante Martin, he had shook his hand. He had shook MJF's hand. And so yeah, so MJF, he had left the ring. And so Ricky Starks, he attacked Dante Martin. And so MJF, he saw it. And so he was contemplating on whether he should go in there to help him out or just walk away. And so yeah, so MJF, he ran into the ring. He got in Ricky Starks' face. And so they both started pushing and shoving each other. And so MJF, like the heel that MJF is, he attacked Dante Martin. So Ricky Starks and MJF, they took out Dante Martin. Yeah, I thought that was really funny, man. The swerve was really funny. And so yeah, man, so they both double teamed Dante Martin. CM Punk had came out, the crowd still booed. And so yeah, so MJF, he had ran away, of course. And so yeah, and so Dante Martin, he took out Ricky Starks. And so CM Punk had hit Ricky Starks with a go to sleep. And so yeah, so that was it. And Taz on commentary, he was angry, he was mad. And so yeah, man, and with the turn from Dante Martin when he turned on Ricky Starks, I kind of knew it was gonna happen because, Dante Martin, he did not fit with Team Taz. He didn't. He really didn't. And so yeah, so I kind of knew that the turn was coming. But yeah, I did wanted to see how it was gonna play out, but we still haven't see how it played out. It was short lived. So yeah, so it looks like Dante Martin, he's out of Team Taz. And so yeah, man, so that was it, man. That was it with that. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had the 8-man tag team match. We had the Jurassic Express, that's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and the Varsity Blondes. So that's Griff, Garrison, and Brian Pillman Jr. with Julia Hart in their corner versus the Acclaimed, that's Max Caster and Anthony Bowens in 2.0. So that's Matt Lee and Jeff Parker with Daniel Garcia in their corner. And so yeah, man, so the faces that took control of the match, and then Griff Garrison, he had dove onto the heels outside of the ring. So Griff Garrison, for a tall guy, man, he got some hops. And so yeah, man, so heels had taken control of the match. Bowens, he had gave Pillman Jr. a punt kick, like right in the face. And so yeah, hot tag to Luchasaurus. He took out the heels, and then everybody, they were taking each other out with strikes and a series of moves. And so Eddie Kingston, who wasn't in the match, he came from backstage and he took out Daniel Garcia outside of the ring. And so Jungle Boy, he dodged the mic drop from Max Caster. And so to end the match, man, we had Jungle Boy, he had locked in his snare trap submission move to Caster to win the match. So therefore, Caster taps out. So therefore, the Jurassic Express and the Varsity Blondes wins the match. And yeah, so right after the match, we had Eddie Kingston. He was right by the entranceway on the side of the stage, and he was talking. He was talking to this camera guy, and so we didn't hear what he said. And so Ortiz was there. Ortiz of the Inner Circle, he was there to calm down Kingston. And so yeah, so we had 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. They attacked Eddie Kingston and Ortiz backstage. The security tried to break it up, and so that was pretty much it with that. That was pretty much it. So yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had FTR, who are the AAA Tag Team Champions. That's Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, with Tully Blanchard in their corner. They were backstage and they spoke.
Two gentlemen once were the World Tag Team Champions for AEW. They will be again the first two-time champions. They have defeated the Lucha Brothers once. They sent a substitute, beat them twice. They went to their home country and they beat them thrice. And it is so hard to get them back in the ring. Gentlemen, let's put this thing to bed.
It's like the legendary Tully Blanchard said, Lucha Brothers, you have never beaten FTR. You never will beat FTR. Your only victory is a fluke. It doesn't count. I was illegal. No more fun and games. No more Halloween costumes. Now, it is time for FTR to take their rightful spot at the top of the tag team division. We are the absolute best. We are transcendent. We are the torchbearers of tag team wrestling now and far into the future. So no more.
All right, Friday night is the biggest match of our career. Friday night is what pays my bills, pays my mortgage. It's going to fill my family's stocking. Friday night on Rampage, we become the first ever two-time AEW Tag Team Champions, and we write our history, our name in the history books, in the annals of AEW as the greatest tag team of all time. Top guys, out.
So yeah, man, so that was it. So on AEW Rampage this Friday is going to be FTR versus the Lucha Bros for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So that should be really good. And yeah, FTR, I think they should win. They should win those tag team titles. That's just me. I love FTR. They're my favorite tag team, dude. So yeah, I think they should win. So yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that. So yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had the Young Bucks. That's Matt and Nick Jackson with Adam Cole and Brandon Cutler in their corner versus Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero with Orange Cassidy in their corner. So yeah, man, so the faces, they took control of the match, and then the Bucks, they took back control of the match, and then yeah, at that point, like the beginning of the match and all that stuff, the crowd, it felt like they were not into it. Like they were silent most of the time. They were quiet. Everything did started to pick up towards the middle and the end. And so yeah, man, so we had a hot tag to Chuck. He took out the Bucks, and then we had a Tope con Hero to the Bucks from Taylor. And so the Bucks had hit super kicks to Rocky and Taylor. And so yeah, man, so we had a draping senton to Taylor from Nick while he was draped outside the ring off of the ring apron. And then Nick, he had hit the same move again on Chuck Taylor, but this time inside of the ring. And so yeah, so Cole, he had took out Orange Cassidy outside of the ring with a punt kick. And so Taylor, he fought off the Bucks. And then we had a hot tag to Rocky. He took out the Bucks. And then he had a running sliced bread to Matt. And then Taylor hit a soul food, one of his signature moves, the soul food, to Nick outside the ring. And so yeah, we had a tornado DDT to Nick from Rocky, and then Brandon Cutler got involved in the match. He distracted the referee. And so yeah, so Cole, he came in the ring and he tried to interfere right behind the referee's back. And then Orange Cassidy, he came from behind and gave Cole the most devastating kicks. And so Nick, he had took out Orange Cassidy with a super kick, knocked him out, man. And so yeah, so Brandon, he accidentally sprayed the cold spray in Matt Jackson's eyes. And so Taylor hit a power driver to Matt. And so at that point, both of these teams, they were going back and forth. And yeah, the referee couldn't control the match. And so to end the match, man, we had a Meltzer driver to Rocky Romero from the Bucks to win the match. So therefore, the Young Bucks wins the match. And so yeah, so right after the match, we had the Super Click. They attacked the Best Friends. And then Wheeler Utah, another member of the Best Friends, he came out to try to help out the Best Friends. But Super Click, they took out Utah. And so yeah, so Cole he had the Panama Sunrise to Orange, and then we had the Best Friends. They theme music had played, and then so yeah, so the Best Friends they theme music had played, and so we saw the white van, and it was Mama Sue drove Trent in. So it's Trent. So Trent is back, and he has a new look. You know, he cut off his hair, so he has a shaved head. And yeah, man, he looked shredded too, man. Looked like he bulked up too. So he looked really good. And so yeah, so Trent he had took out the super click by himself. And yeah, so that was it, man. That was it. And so Chris Statlander had came into the ring with Trent's mom. And so they all did the best friends hugging spot. And so that was pretty much it with that. Feel good moment, man. Feel good moment for the best friends, man. And so yeah, so Trent is back. So yeah, man, what they do next with him, I don't know. But yeah, man, Trent is back. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Alex Marvez. He interviews Ruby Soho backstage.
Ruby Soho, we just saw the footage of Nyla Rose attacking you. What are your thoughts on this?
Ruby.
So we had the Bunny and Penelope before they interrupted the interview.
We hate to interrupt this interview. It sounds riveting. But here's the thing. Nyla Rose told Penelope and I that when she wins the TBS Women's Championship, that we will be first in line for title shots.
So, this Friday, we're gonna have a little match on Rampage, and it's gonna be myself, the Bunny, and Nyla Rose versus you and two of your friends?
I'm sorry. Do you have any friends?
She do have friends.
Ruby Soho? More like Ruby Solo!
Ruby Solo.
So funny. You know what? I don't even know if we should wait till Friday.
Okay.
Why don't we just do this right now?
Uh-oh.
Surprise, bitch!
So yeah.
Look at this Pete attack on Ruby. Wait, Ty Conti and Anna Jay with chairs in hand.
So yeah, so Ruby Soho, she got ambushed backstage by the heels. So Nyla Rose came in. Vicky Guerrero came in too. And so Ty Conti and Anna Jay, they chased off the heels. And so that was pretty much it. So looks like it's going to be a 6-women's tag team match. Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Penelope Ford versus Ruby Soho, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay. And so yeah, man, so that was it with that. And so that's on Rampage. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone interview Sammy Guevara, the TNT champion, the Spanish god Sammy Guevara. And so yeah, so Schiavone, he tried to interview Sammy Guevara, but Cody Rhodes, his theme music had played, so he came out and he interrupted the interview. And so the crowd, they booed.
Your open challenge. It's going great. Christmas Day, your open challenge has been filled. Tony Khan just made it official. You'll be defending the TNT title against me.
Wow. Cody Rhodes, the first ever.
Good luck, kid.
Yep.
The first ever TNT champion.
And so yeah, so that was it with that first part. And so yeah, so Cody Rhodes, when you also saw the burns, the scars on his body from that fiery table spot from last week. So yeah, so Cody Rhodes, it looked nasty, man. Those scars, the burns on his body looked nasty, man. So yeah, so this is our first time actually seeing it on live TV. And so yeah, during this, right after Cody had left, we had the Men of the Year. So that's Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. They were in the crowd, and so they spoke about the TNT Championship title match, how Cody Rhodes didn't deserve it and all that stuff.
Of course he gets the title match. Of course. Cody Rhodes gets the title match. He gets to skip ahead of the line. And what happened to Ethan Page's title match, huh? I had to jump through hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop just to get my TNT title shot. No open challenge. That's BS. You know what, though? Hey, maybe if I was an EVP and kissed Tony Khan's ass, I'd get a title match quicker, too. But you know who did get me my title match? Dan Lambert!
Yep.
Oh, you love him, huh? Well, guess what? You're gonna get more, because he's coming back.
Yes, I love
You're
Dan.
damn right he's coming back. And Sammy, what are you even going to say right now? You're going to talk about being a fighting champion? Someone who faces any and everyone? except the guys in the top 5, right? Tony, don't give this guy an interview. Give him balls. Because at some point, you got to step up to the plate. At some point, stop calling yourself a champion and prove you are one.
Sammy said, I'm right here, man.
Sammy Guevara not backing down from the challenge.
And so, yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. So that was it. So it's going to be Cody Rhodes. It's going to be Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship. And Sammy Guevara should win this match. He should win the match. And he'll get his win back. He'll get his win back because, you know, on our very first episode of AEW Dynamite, it was actually Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. And it was the first match to open up the show. The very first episode of AEW Dynamite, Sammy Guevara versus Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, he beat Sammy Guevara. So, yeah, this time, Sammy Guevara, he's the champion. So, yeah, Sammy Guevara, he should get his win back. And so, yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. And so, yeah, man. So, right after that, man, we had the women's match. So, we had Jamie Hayter with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is the AEW Women's Champion, and Rebel in her corner versus Riho, who is the #1 contenders for the AEW Women's Championship. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, this is a really good match. Really good match. We had Hayter. She took control of the match. And then Riho, she tried fighting back, but Jamie Hayter is way too strong for her. And so Riho, at one point, she had dove onto the heels on Britt Baker and Rebel and Jamie Hayter because, you know, there were a lot of interferences in this match. And so, yeah, so we had a dragon suplex to Hayter. And so Hayter, she had a brain buster to Riho, and she kicked out. And that brain buster, it looked wicked too, man. Absolutely wicked. And so, yeah, man, so Hayter, she had an Irish Curse backbreaker to Riho. And then Riho hit a cold red to Hayter, which was really cool, man. Really nice in execution. Foot stomp to Hayter. And then Hayter, she kicked out on the move. And then we had an avalanche crucifix bomb. An avalanche crucifix bomb to Hayter. And so to end the match, man, we had a double running knee to Hayter to win the match. So therefore, Riho wins the match. So yeah, so that was pretty much it. So they building up Riho since she's the #1 contender for Dr. Britt Baker's AEW Women's Championship. So yeah, man, so that was it with the match, man. That was it. So yeah, man, so right after the match, man, we had Dr. Britt Baker. She attacked Riho from behind while Riho was celebrating her win over Jamie Hayter. And so Rebel, she had handed Dr. Britt Baker the surgical glove. And so Dr. Britt Baker, she had locked in the lockjaw on Riho. And so, yeah, so that was pretty much it with that, man. And so, yeah, so right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone. We had Tony Schiavone interviews the Varsity Blondes. So that's Griff Garrison and Bryan Pillman Jr. with Julia Hart in their corner. So, yeah, they didn't even get a chance to get interviewed because the lights had cut off and then Malachi Black had showed up. And so, yeah, they were staring face to face, the Varsity Blondes and Malachi Black, they were staring face to face. And so Black, he had spit the black mist in Julia Hart's face and her eyes and all that stuff. And so she started screaming and all that. And so the light had cut off. And so the lights had cut back on and Malachi Black was gone. So that was it, man. That was it. So he spit the black mist in Julia Hart's face. What did Julia Hart do to Malachi Black? I don't know. But yeah, that was it, man. So yeah, before we get into the main event, man, let's talk about next week's show. Winter is coming. Let's talk about Rampage first. So Rampage is this Friday. It's going to be for the AEW World Championship or AEW World Tag Team Championships. It's going to be the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Bros, that's Pentagon and Rey Fenix with Alex Abrahantes in their corner, versus the AAA Tag Team Champions, that's FTR of the Pinnacle. So that's Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler with Tully Blanchard in their corner this Friday on AEW Rampage. And also on AEW Rampage, we have Ruby Soho, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay versus Nyla Rose, The Bunny, and Penelope Ford. And also on Rampage, we have Adam Cole with the Young Bucks and Bobby Fish in his corner versus Willa Utah. So that with Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends in their corner. So the Best Friends are reunited with Trent. So yeah, they're going to be on Friday for AEW Rampage. And so yeah, man, and also on Rampage, we have Fuego del Sol versus making his AEW debut, Hook from Team Taz. So Hook is the first time he getting in the ring. And I was wondering, man, when is Hook going to get in this ring? And so, yeah, man, so it's official. So Hook is making his in-ring debut, and it's going to be on Rampage. So, yeah, man. And also we have AEW Revolution. So we have Revolution that's coming up. It's going to be on March. So yeah, it's going to be on March the 6th, Sunday, March the 6th. And so yeah, also for next week's show. So for next week's show, winner is coming. It's going to be MJF versus Dante Martin for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. So that's on Wednesday. Winner is coming. And also we have Serena D versus Hikaru Shida next week on Winner is Coming. And then for the AEW World Championship, and the main event is going to be in the AEW World Championship. It's going to be Hangman Adam Page, who is the AEW World Champion, versus Bryan Danielson, who is the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship. So that's next week. Winner is coming. And yeah, man. So yeah, I cannot wait for that match. The match I'm looking forward to the most. And so yeah, man. So yeah, right after that, man, is the main event. Yeah, the main event, and then we have Bryan Danielson, who is the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship, versus John Silver of the Dark Order. So yeah, man. So John Silver, of course, it was his hometown. So Bryan, the entire time, like for weeks, he been going after the Dark Order members in their hometown. So last week he went up against Allen Angels in Georgia. So this week he went up against John Silver in Long Island. Yeah, really good match, man. Yeah, both of these guys, they were going back and forth. Silver was kicking Bryan over and over and over again. And then Bryan, he went after Silver's legs. And so Bryan hit a diving knee drop to Silver on the ring apron right in the back of his head. And so Bryan, he had took control of the match during the commercial break, picture in picture. And then we had chops and kicks to Silver. And then Silver had caught Bryan with a powerbomb in midair. So that was, ouch, it had to hurt. And so yeah, so both of these guys, they were going back and forth with kicks. And then Silver had locked in a heel hook submission move to Bryan. And then Bryan had grabbed the rope. And so Silver hit a cannonball senton to Bryan off of the ring apron. And we had a pump kick to Bryan, followed by a German suplex to Bryan. And so once again, these guys were going back and forth. A series of elbow strikes to Silver. And then, yeah, man, we had Bryan, he had hit the Gotch style power driver to Silver, which was nasty, man. Wicked. And so to end the match, man, we had Bryan, he had locked in the Rings of Saturn, a version of the Rings of Saturn submission move to Silver. But Silver, he couldn't tap out. He couldn't tap out because he was already knocked out. He was already knocked out from that power driver. So yeah, man, so Bryan, he had won the match. So Bryan Danielson wins the match. So yeah, man. And right after the match, man, we had Bryan Danielson. He spoke.
Adam Page for the AEW World Championship next week, and winner is coming.
Uno, head kicked in. Cabana, head kicked in. Allen Angels, head kicked in. Johnny Hungy.
The crowd was chanting it. Head kicked in.
Oh, wait a second. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. I promised to kick his head in. I promised to kick his head in. Just like I'm gonna kick Hangman's head in next week.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Wait, Danielson already...
Wait a minute. It's not done, guys.
He already battered Silver with those elbow strikes, and now...
Silver's knocked out. Man, don't do this, Danielson.
Oh, no. Come on now.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the champ. Here comes the champ.
The AEW World Championship.
So yeah, so Bryan went to go kick. He went to go kick in John Silver's head in. And so, yeah, man, so Hangman Adam Page, he had came out and he fought off Bryan. And so Hangman Adam Page, he had spoke after that.
Next week, I'm gonna stomp the cowboy shit out of you.
Ooh.
Hangman making a promise for winter is coming.
Yeah, this has become more...
And Bryan did his whole no thing, so that was nice. So, yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with the main event, and that was it with the show, man. So, yeah, man, really good show, man. Really good show. Enjoyed the main event, but I most definitely enjoyed the CM Punk and the MJF stuff, man. Boy, Punk playing heel, man, healing it up in Long Island for one night only. Just trashing his hometown, you know, favoring his own hometown over Long Island and all that stuff. It was really cool, man. And MJF was playing babyface, so it was funny seeing him being a babyface, MJF, because he's so much believable as a heel. So it was really funny seeing MJF play a babyface for one night only. And Punk, familiar territory for Punk playing the heel. Yeah, that was it, man. That was it with the show, man. And yeah, Bryan versus Hangman Adam Page is next week. So yeah, right after that, man, right after the match, will they continue to keep Bryan as a heel? Or will they turn him back as a babyface? I hope they keep him as a heel. He could play both parts well, but I think he could be much more of a heel. Like I like him so much better as a heel. But yeah, man. So yeah, Bryan, he's not gonna beat Hangman Page because Page, he just won the title. So yeah, man. So what they do with Bryan next at the championship match, I really don't know. But they could go many different routes. But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with the show, man. And winter is coming, man. Winter is coming next week. Can't wait for that show. And yeah, man, if you like the video, man, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, if you're watching The Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I am here each and every single week, man. I'm here on Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, of course. Thursdays for Impact Wrestling. Fridays for AEW Rampage. I did not get a chance to review AEW Rampage last week, so I'm going to review that on Friday, this coming Friday. So not only am I going to do the AEW Rampage review, I'm going to do last week's review for AEW Rampage on this coming Friday. So yeah, so Saturday for our pay-per-views, WWE pay-per-views, or Saturdays and Sundays rather, for our pay-per-views, WWE pay-per-views, AEW pay-per-views, and Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. So I'm here. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Once again, I won't be able to watch Impact Wrestling live on Thursdays because I have wrestling training. So I'll see you guys on Friday. So yeah, I'll be watching it on Friday. Be watching the show on Friday, so it'll probably be up on the same day or probably the next day. So yeah, man. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. And yeah, man. And comment down below, man. Tell me how you felt about tonight's show, AEW Dynamite. Tell me how you felt. And share this video, man. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, man. And if you missed last week's review of AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. It's going to be right up here in this corner. And yeah, man, the link to that video will be down below in the description. So make sure you check it out if you missed it. And yeah, man, once again, guys, thank you for the support, the love, and the support for the show. Thank you for everybody that hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We finally reached 200 subscribers, so we're past 200. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, man. Thank you once again. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for Impact Wrestling. And yeah, man, and this has been The Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.